I'll give you the wood picture. Right, I've had lessons with another instructor, but I've never ever met you before. I want you to treat me as a pupil at the trained stage, yeah?
Okay.
I've got a test coming up in a little over 3.5 weeks, yeah?
Okay.
And Bob, who's gone off playing golf or something today, he said we were going to look at pedestrian crossings and use of signals by indicator and by arm.
Okay.
Any questions before we go on the road? So what level am I?
Trained.
Yeah. What subject?
Pedestrian crossings and use of signals.
Use of signals by
By. Did you say arm?
indicator.
By indicators
And
and arm.
Do you want to ask me any questions about the arm signals before we go into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be frightened. But don't forget you are training, so you can ask any questions you like, yeah?
Okay.
It's not a mock test or anything, yeah?
Okay.
So, the arm signals are used in conjunction with an indicator, not to replace the indicator, yeah?
Okay.
Have you any idea how you would instruct me to give the arm signals?
Yeah. So if we're turning right,
Yeah.
it'd be facing that way.
Palm facing forward, thumb up, yeah?
Yeah. Palm
Yeah.
facing forward and thumb up.
Yeah.
If it was left, with indicator, it'd be
The same way the wheel goes clockwise, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah?
So, yeah. It's clockwise
With the palm facing forward.
with the palm facing forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. No.
Like this.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Slowing down, stop.
Like this.
Like patting a big dog, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And a big dog. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important that you tell me to keep my left hand on the wheel
Mhm.
and have a quick look in that door mirror
Mhm.
so I don't knock a cyclist off or lose my hand, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah? Because I'm having piano lessons booked and I've already paid for them, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? And you try playing the piano with one hand, it's not easy, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, so keep your hand on the wheel.
Just keep.
Have a quick check in your right door mirror. Pop your hand out, count 1, 2, 3. Very important I get that hand back in before I get to the turning, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, any questions you want to ask me about the subjects we're doing?
I haven't done this piece, dude.
Sorry?
I haven't even done this piece.
It's alright. Yeah, so, what do I know about pedestrian crossings?
Okay, so what do you know about pedestrian crossings then, Tony?
Oh yeah, there's two types, isn't there? There's controlled and uncontrolled.
Mhm. Okay. What do you know about controlled?
Oh, they're the ones with lights, aren't they?
Uh huh. And uncontrolled.
Without lights.
Okay.
How do I identify them?
And how are you identifying these crossings, Tony?
Oh yeah, the ones without lights, zebras they're called.
Yeah.
I sometimes see the zigzag lines on approach,
Mhm.
and quite often I see the beacons in the distance
Yeah,
flashing
the flashing
on these
beacons,
black
yeah.
and white posts, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the light control ones, oh yeah, they've got the zigzag lines as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's how I spot them.
So that's how you're identifying them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Any questions on signals?
And how are you judging the signal then, when turning right?
Oh, I push it up,
Okay. And turning left?
I push it down.
Excellent. And how do you know that the signal's on?
Oh, it flashes and I get in.
An audio
Yeah.
sound? Yeah.
Were you trying to ask me when do I signal?
Yeah, when do you signal? Is that...
Oh, I normally signal between 6 and 8 car lengths away.
Okay. Okay, but that's not a stepping stone because obviously if there was a junction before the one we wanted to take...
Oh, I could have told you that.
Okay, so if there was a junction before the junction we wanted to take, what would you do with your signal?
I'd leave it until I'm level with the junction I'm not taking.
Mhm. And then you'd put your signal on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember why, but... yeah, I can remember why, yeah.
You can?
Oh, there could be a car coming out there, and he might think I'm turning in there, won't he?
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, and vehicles behind you may also think that you're probably turning in.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
And they may be misleading
Yeah.
because if you put that signal
Oh, right.
on that turning,
Yeah.
or before that turning, they'd think you're turning in to
Yeah.
that junction after the one that we're taking.
Yeah.
And obviously they'd come round us and obviously.
Right, go and get some practicing?
Yeah. I guess if you set yourself up then.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so what can you see in your interior mirror, Tony?
Oh, I can, using this black frame here as a picture frame, and I framed the whole back window, and I can see a bit of my head restraint, and I can see the corner of your window.
Excellent. And your right door hand mirror?
I can see a thumb's width, and I can't see very much, but I can see the top of the fence just coming at the top, and I can see that bush in the middle coming in the middle.
Okay, and the left door
I'm
hand
showing
mirror?
that one actually. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so
Yeah.
when you're ready, we'll start the car.
Are we going to practice these arm signals?
Yeah, we can consolidate. Yeah, these are.
Yeah, because I've never actually had a go at using them.
Okay. Okay, so what we'll do is you start the engine
Yeah.
and just put the window down.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's handy, isn't it? Good idea.
Yeah, you knock your hand
Yeah.
into the window. Okay, so if we are using, if we just stop there. So yeah, we'll just consolidate a few moves before we move off. So if I said to you to move, so turn right, so you pop your signal on,
Yeah.
and then I'd ask you to check your right door hand mirror to make sure there's no cyclist or anybody coming around
Yeah.
us that'd injure our arm. So we pop our arm out, and
Which way am I turning?
so if we're turning right,
Oh, yeah.
so
yeah.
you check your right door hand mirror,
Yeah.
your interior mirror, right door hand mirror,
Yeah.
and then pop your arm out,
Yeah.
and thumb up and palm
Oh,
forward.
palm face forward.
Yeah, palm face. So that would be a signal for turning right, an arm signal for turning right.
And I keep it out there for 30 seconds, don't I?
And you count up to 3, so one,
Oh, 1, 2,
2,
3.
3,
Oh, right.
and hand back in.
Yeah.
But you want your one hand on your steering
right,
wheel.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you want to make sure
yeah.
one hand's on the steering wheel, and then
Oh, right,
your right hand
yeah.
out. Well, before we
Yeah.
pop your hand out, we want to make sure there's no one
Oh, right,
behind
yeah.
us. We check
Yeah.
the right door hand
Yeah.
mirror, and then we'll just keep our hand
Yeah.
out there for like 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, back in, back
Oh,
onto
right,
the
yeah,
hold on back
yeah.
onto the wheel, and we want to have our hand inside back on that wheel before we make that turn in.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. Again, if we were going to do a left hand signal,
Yeah.
we'll check the right door hand mirror again.
All right.
Pop your hand out again,
Oh.
and we'd have our palm facing forward and
All right.
circle, like sort of circle around. Is it anti-clockwise? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we count 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and then hand on the one
Oh,
hand on
right.
the wheel. Make sure one hand's on the wheel, and then
All right.
1, 2, 3, back onto the wheel
All
again.
right, yeah,
And
yeah.
we want that hand again back into
Yeah.
the wheel before we make that turn. Okay.
Right.
Now, if we were slowing down, Tony,
Yeah.
we'll keep one hand on the steering wheel.
All right, yeah.
Check the right door hand mirror, hand out,
Oh, yeah.
and just tap like a big dog. Coming back. No,
Oh,
your
yeah, yeah.
palm down.
I've got a
tap it
cat,
down.
so I haven't got a
Yeah.
dog.
Okay, you got cat,
Oh,
so
right,
you're
yeah.
just tapping the cat. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Count to 3, and then
Yeah.
hand back onto that wheel before
Yeah.
we make that. Well, before we slow down.
I'll try if you don't move, shall I?
Yeah. Should
Yeah.
we do that? Have a go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Car park right. Out of the car park.
So at the car park right, please. We're turning right. So check out. So pop our signal. Okay. So we're gonna. Yeah.
What?
Sorry, no.
Oh, you wanted me to try one there, did you?
Yeah, you could have done, but it's okay. We'll do it in the next
All
one.
right.
So yeah, when we're making our right turn, we're going to check our interior mirror, right door hand mirror. Then we're going to pop our signal on. We're going to keep one hand on the steering wheel.
I'm really good with the mirrors.
Okay, so we're going to keep our one hand onto the steering
Oh,
wheel.
sorry, the right hand on before I put my hand out. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. We're going to count, like we're going to only count 1, 2, 3, and then pop our hand back onto that
Oh,
steering
right,
wheel.
yeah, yeah.
It's important that we have our hand back on that
Yeah.
steering wheel before we make that turn. Okay, so take the next left. So we're gonna pop our signal on.
Alright.
Then we're gonna check that in. Keep your
Yeah.
hand on one of the steering wheel. Pop your hand out. Check. Sorry.
I'll get it.
Damn, that was a bit hard one.
Just follow your normal procedure.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say, and then check the right door mirror. Yeah. Next left.
Okay, so check your. Keep your hand in one.
Follow your normal procedure.
Follow your normal position.
Alright.
And then
Check the right door mirror. Hand out. Fan facing forward. 1, 2, 3. Hand back in again. And we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left. So
Follow your normal procedure.
hold your normal procedure. Check the right door hand mirror.
Yeah.
Hand out. So palm out.
1,
2, 3,
three.
4. Put your back hand.
All right, back in.
on the
Yeah.
wheel.
Yeah. It's better to do it with one hand, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we want the hand back on that steering wheel before we make that turn.
If you just get me to slow down and stop on the left when I can, please.
Okay, so we slow down and stop on the left when it's where it's safe and legal and convenient, please.
Oh, just a bit around. I can stop here, can
Yeah.
I? Do I do an arm signal?
Sorry, yeah, you could have done. Okay, so just follow your normal position as driving position normal.
Procedure.
Procedure, sorry. Hand. Check your right door hand mirror.
All right.
And keep your hand one hand on the steering wheel
Yeah.
and hand out.
All right.
And pat the dog. Pat that dog.
All right.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Back on the steering wheel, Tony. Back in the steering wheel. Put your hand back in the steering wheel.
Yeah. Make sure you watch his hand. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it this way? Flat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You don't pat your dog like that. You're gonna
Yeah.
chop his neck off, aren't you? Yeah.
So you're patting that dog, Tony.
Say.
You're not chopping him. You're patting that dog. So
Yeah.
palm flat.
Let's have another go at arm signals. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Follow your normal procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will do the mirrors indicator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your left hand on the wheel. Shut your right door mirror. Hand out. Just lean forward and make sure I've got my.
Yeah.
I'm giving the right arm signal. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we just try a right and a left hand turn again. Yeah. End of the road left.
Okay, end of the road left. So keep your normal procedure.
Follow your normal procedure.
Follow your normal procedure.
Yeah.
Left hand on the wheel.
Yeah.
Check your right door hand mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hand out
Yeah.
and turn round.
Yeah.
Sorry. Walk off. Turn around. 1, 2, 3. Hand back on the wheel.
Do I turn my hand in the same way the wheel's going?
Yeah. It's
All right.
anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're turning yeah.
The second right, this being the first.
Okay. So keep your normal procedure.
Yeah.
Keep your left hand on the
Yeah.
steering wheel. Check the right door hand mirror.
Yeah.
Hand out and thumb up and
Yeah.
keep your palm facing forward. And then 1, 2, 3. And then put your hand back on the steering wheel. Yeah.
Follow your normal road procedure.
Follow your normal road procedure.
Check your right door mirror.
Right door mirror. Left
Hand
hand
out the
up.
window.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Hand back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. If you forget the arm signals for now, yeah.
Okay.
End left.
And left, please.
But don't forget the indicators. Follow all the way through the subject. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't with that window there, wasn't it?
Mm.
It's all right with you. You're sitting over there.
So am I going to talk about the pedestrian crossing?
Sorry.
Talking about the pedestrian crossing? No?
And
Tony, we just passed that pedestrian.
turning right.
Now we're turning right.
What pedestrian crossing?
So we just those pedestrian crossings that we just passed.
Oh, I never saw it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we were identifying these pedestrian crossings with those flashing beacons and those zigzag lines painted in the road. Did you not notice them?
No, I didn't, sorry. Going straight on.
Run straight on, please. Yeah, I mean, how are you identifying these pedestrian crossings, the uncontrolled pedestrian crossings, zebra crossings?
The zigzag lines and the beacons.
Flashing
You
beacons.
can see the lights.
Yep. So we're just thinking, going to the road, just make sure we look out for these pedestrian crossings. And when we do spot one, we're going to check our interior mirror first.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, just to make sure. So we've got a controlled one here.
Yeah, what do you see ahead, Tony?
So what do you see ahead, Tony?
Oh, it's a crossing.
Yeah, because we should check our interior mirror then.
All right,
Check
yeah.
it then, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to look anywhere, do I? Just keep looking straight ahead.
Yeah, so when we're looking ahead, when we're looking at those controlled crossings, you want us to be scanning to see if there's anyone waiting there, because there could be a pedestrian waiting there and already pressed that button.
Yeah, there was no pedestrians waiting there, so I don't need to bother scanning, do I?
Well, we do, because someone could have just pressed it and it's gone.
And we're going to turn.
And the flag, and we're going to turn right. Sorry, left.
Oh, you mean they cross on the green?
Yeah,
Don't be
pedestrians.
silly, pedestrians wouldn't do that.
Pedestrians would do anything. They can cross anywhere, couldn't they?
Can they?
Wherever they feel like
Yeah,
they'll
records,
cross.
aren't
Yeah. So we've got to make sure that that we're scanning, even though it's on green
right.
and it's giving us priority, but we're scanning.
Next left.
And next left, please.
That's a crossing, isn't it? Good scan.
So we're going to
Oh,
scan if there's any pedestrians.
That's a crossing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a haven crossing. Yeah, it's a safe haven, isn't it? So that's like where pedestrians would cross halfway.
I was right to slow right down and scan, wasn't I?
Yeah,
Now we're going to turn right.
and we're going to turn right. So we're going to scan to the road
If
ahead.
you just get me to stop on the left a little
We
bit.
stop on the left and sit around convenient place, please.
So let me ask you a question about your Part 2 driving, yeah? When you come up to these safe havens, did you slow right down like that and scan?
No.
It's a place where pedestrians can
Wait.
safely wait in the middle,
Wait
yeah?
in the middle, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And if they're waiting there, I'll stop for them, yeah?
If they're waiting there, you'd keep going because
Yeah.
they'd be waiting there.
What happens if they put a foot off it?
Well, if they put a foot off it, then obviously you'll have to stop and give
Yeah.
them way.
Yeah,
But
so-
if they're waiting there happily, then you just keep going.
Yeah, so what you want to do is be proactive.
Mhm.
Obviously, you see the safe havens come up. I let the first one go, then we got a second one going to top us. And you wouldn't come in and say, that's a safe haven, Tony. You'd say, what was that? How does it work, yeah? Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
And what are you indicating when you come pulling in and pulling away?
Oh, to let that that van behind me know where I'm going.
Okay. Well, the way you can do that is if you're signalling left to pulling in.
Yeah, that's what I do. I signal left, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could be misleading that vehicle behind us because he may think you're parking and pulling up on the left and parking, and may decide to overtake you,
All right.
and you're obviously pulling out at the same time, indicating off.
All right.
And then you may collide into each other. The consequence of that, you'll have a head-on collision.
Roundabout left.
So roundabout left, please. So it's important that we don't signal for pulling in.
But I signal
pulling
pull
away.
around, don't I?
No, you don't, because they can think.
How do I let them know? How do I let them know that there's a car there?
We use what we call is a sort of a positioning our
Oh,
vehicle,
right,
road
yeah,
positioning,
yeah.
where we're just left the centre.
Right.
You're a rise. lovely.
Prioritise, yeah?
Okay.
You can always finish off talking about the signals afterwards, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, push me on. Get inside my head on these crossings, yeah? You haven't asked me one question about them yet.
So how are you identifying these pedestrian crossings, Tony?
I'm not at the moment, actually.
We've got one ahead in front of us.
Don't tell me that.
Okay, so what have we got ahead of us, Tony?
Oh, I see Valencia beacons.
Okay, so what the first thing you're going to do, Tony?
I'm looking at the zigzag lines as well.
Yeah, so we're going to check our interior mirror, Tony.
Alright, yeah.
We're going to scan the crossing.
Oh,
so the
yeah.
pedestrians there?
Yeah, have a good scan.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So there was somebody there waiting to cross. So what do you have ahead of us again, Tony?
Oh, another crossing.
Okay, so what's the first thing we're going to do?
Oh, check the mirror.
Yes, check it, Tony.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, and then we're just going to scan that crossing again, so scan it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the pedestrians just gone off those. So what do we have ahead of us again, Tony, here?
Oh, set of traffic lights.
Okay, so what's the first thing we do?
Oh, I can handle traffic lights, alright. Left of the lights.
Okay, so left of the light, so we're going to scan that crossing.
These zigzag lines are really good for identifying them. I can see why they paint them on the road, though.
So it's just to give you, so you can see it quite clear enough to react to those crossings.
Yeah.
Sort of highlights them, isn't it, so you can see them quite.
Yeah, they should put them on approaching junctions as well and make it easy to spot them, wouldn't it?
So what do we have ahead of us then, Tony?
Oh, yeah, I see a black and white post with Valencia beacon on top.
Okay, so what's the first thing you do?
Oh, check the mirror, isn't it?
Yes, check the mirror then, Tony. Check the mirror,
Oh,
Tony.
yeah.
So what we've got cyclists. So we're going to scan that pedestrian crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
There?
I'll speed up a bit.
No, you don't
Let's go.
speed up there, Tony. Just keep your space.
Well, don't be standing there, just make
We'll
sure.
just ease off the gas a bit when we cross those pedestrian crossings, because anyone could just shoot running and pass and come onto those pedestrian crossings. So you want to make sure that you're not.
Yeah, but there's nobody standing there, so if I get across there quickly, then roundabout right.
Roundabout right, please. So what do we have? Well, is that new road?
Oh yeah, Valencia beacons and
So what's the first thing you're going to do, Tony?
oh, check the mirrors.
And what's the next thing you're going to do?
Oh, slow right down. Scan.
Right, we're scanning, yeah.
Yeah.
So not slowing right down, because obviously, because you're scanning, and then you can just ease off the gas a little bit, but you don't need to slow it right down, because you're looking into that. You're scanning it already, aren't you? So you've already checked your exterior mirror. Next left, please.
So do I need to slow down then?
But no, because if you slow down and there was a pedestrian that's walking towards that crossing, they may think that you're going to stop for them, and then they decide to walk in front of you.
Wouldn't it be better if there's nobody there for me to speed up?
Oh no.
I get past it then, don't I? Don't want to dust it. Mind you, when I was a kid, I nearly got run over. My house is right next to a pedestrian crossing. I run out of the drive straight onto the crossing. This bus didn't see me.
Yeah, well, that could be the reason then, Tony. So obviously, you know, if you could imagine, you were trying to
End left.
at the end of the road, turn left, please. Yeah. So if you were bringing up speed on that crossing and their car just suddenly just came out of nowhere, I mean, you wouldn't be able to react quick enough to slow down.
Oh, right. So
Most
I don't
likely
need
run
to,
them over.
Yeah, so I don't need to overreact by slowing down, just not speed up.
Yeah, just
Is that what
don't
you
speed
mean?
up. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because you're already looking in the interior
And we're
mirror and
gonna
it's
turn
scanning
right.
it, and we're going to turn right. So you're already scanning
Oh,
the
right.
crossing, aren't you?
Yeah.
But we just want to make sure we don't speed up
Yeah.
on those pedestrian crossings, because they could well be a child running to that
Yeah.
immediately onto that crossing, and you won't have enough time to react. Okay, so we just speed it up there again on those controlled crossings. And,
Oh, I didn't see it.
and again, you
Maybe I
didn't
need
see
to
it.
get Specsavers.
So how are you identifying these crossings then, Tony?
Oh, they do
What
these
do-
zigzag lines for identifying pedestrian crossings, don't they?
Yeah, and what do we have ahead of us here?
Oh, traffic lights. So I can handle them all right. We're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. Okay, so at these controlled traffic lights, Tony,
And left again.
and left again, please.
I don't need to stop here, do I? It's
No,
not a
you have to
crossing,
keep
is
going
it?
because it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a safe haven for pedestrians.
Yeah.
And if a pedestrian was waiting there, you'd still keep going on.
Next right.
And turn right, please. Yes, turn right. Yeah, so but if a pedestrian was waiting there, what would you do?
I keep going.
Yeah, because they're just there. Those crossings are just there. They're just safe havens. But pedestrians could just wait and stand and wait.
All right.
And if they're just waiting there, you just keep going. But if they step foot onto the road, then what would you do, Tony?
I'd have to stop.
Yeah, you'd have to stop and let them cross. But I mean, pedestrians, they
But
just
I think
come
it's
out of
really
anywhere,
good
don't
though that the councils are putting these zigzag lines down so help people to identify these crossings, yeah? Because I always wonder what those zigzag lines are for, but I know now.
they? Okay.
I imagine at night time they light up, do they?
Yeah,
That's handy, isn't it?
yeah. This gives you plenty of warning that there's a pedestrian crossing in front. This gives you plenty of time to react, and that you can quite see them. In front.
My brother parked his car on those zigzag a few weeks ago. He got 3 points on his licence. What's that all crap about?
Yeah, you're not allowed to. It's illegal to park on a zigzag
Oh, I
line.
thought it was only for identifying the crossings.
No, it's also
Roundabout
there.
left.
Roundabout left, and it's also there for you not to park or stop at any point because those pedestrian crossings should be clear, because it's illegal to park there.
Just there, I'll go across.
Yes, we must never beckon any pedestrians across, Tony. Because there could be a vehicle behind you. We didn't see you beckoning them across. So yeah, we just saw the not fast enough.
And we take the next turning to the right, pull over.
We'll take the next turn to the right and let's say the negative.
And there's a shotgun in the boot.
Sorry?
There's a shotgun in the boot.
Yeah, I'll shoot myself first. Just pull up on the left and say the negative.
Hello, Saira.
Oh, that was really bad.
Look, what was bad about it was there was no Q&A. Yeah?
Mm.
And if there's no Q&A, then it looks like, I'll take the top box off and put taxi sign on the top, yeah? Because that's what it felt like I was going around there, yeah? I'm taking you for a taxi drive, yeah? How many lifelines did I give you on these zigzag lines, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, that's really great the way they paint them on the road. It really helps me to identify them, yeah? You never once asked me what must I not do in the zigzags.
Yeah.
What must I not do in the zigzag lines?
Not park there or you mustn't park there.
And what else must I not do? Must I
Drop, pick up or drop off passengers.
I mustn't overtake.
Oh yeah, you mustn't overtake.
The only thing I can overtake is a cyclist, providing it's not stopped at the crossing, yeah?
Mm.
Well, I wouldn't have known that, yeah? Yeah, but because you weren't being proactive and saying, I wasn't expecting you to tell me there's a crossing coming up ahead. I was expecting you to ask me, what do you see ahead, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah, so why was I accelerating coming up to these crossings, yeah? I was trying to give you a lifeline, wasn't I? Yeah, so, when I done it the first time, that should be a wake-up call, isn't it? Yeah?
Mm.
And I know you're feeling a bit under the weather today, so I'll...
For the purpose of everyone watching.
Yeah. Yeah, so it needs to be proactive. I'm not expecting you to tell me the crossings are coming up because, I've got my test in 3.5 weeks or whatever it was, yeah? What do you see ahead? Yeah, you did ask me a couple of times. It worked quite well, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I see them Venetian beacons, the black and white posts. What's the first thing you got to do? Oh yeah, check my mirror. And then...
What mustn't we do? Always scan it and then obviously
And you could have just come in and said, would you speed up and approach you a crossing? I probably would have given you the right answer, no. And why would you not speed up and approach the crossing? Well, little Johnny might come running out of that little playground there and straight onto the crossing, expecting everybody to stop for him, yeah?
Mm.
That's the reason why, yeah? Yeah, I mean, we never met a pedestrian. All I had was that one playing around with the cyclist there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, if you don't meet a pedestrian, you'd probably get a lifeline. My wife says the best way, if you've got a pedestrian dodging around, is just wave her across, get her out of the way, yeah?
Yeah.
But if I had met a pedestrian,
Which you just did at the back.
well, I knew she was no danger because I knew she was going to get on the bike. She didn't want to cross the road. But I was just trying to wake you up a bit there, yeah?
Mm.
But if I had a pedestrian to play with, and don't forget, I don't have to put her in danger. I could just do it behind the pillar here. But I certainly would have done it, yeah? Because it never cropped up, didn't it?
Mm.
And then at the start, then obviously I couldn't stop at the first safe haven because the back of my car had been pointing out onto the main road, yeah?
Mm.
But I certainly had a good play around the second one, didn't I? I could have got out, had a cup of tea and had a walk across the road and come back again and got back in the car, couldn't I? Yeah?
Mm.
Yeah, you know, as soon as you see me lift off there, come on, keep it going. And then obviously when I did come down to a crossing, what's the first thing you do? Oh, check your mirror. And you're going to slow down. And I slowed right down to practically walking pace, didn't I?
Mm.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't necessarily need to slow down. What I mustn't do is speed up. Yeah? And I must scan the crossing, yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to do a slight little take two on that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, so push me to identify, yeah? Proactive Q&A, yeah?
Yeah.
Where it's reactive. That's a crossing we passed there 10 minutes ago, totally, yeah? What crossing? Yeah, obviously I am seeing the crossings, yeah? But, you know, I'm gonna hit you over the head with a big stick, haven't I? Yeah? And I'm making it very obvious that it's a lifeline, really. On the first one that I floored the accelerator on, that's your wake-up call. He ain't going to give you many lifelines, though, is he? He doesn't want to be putting his foot down every crossing, yeah? But if you recover after the first, if you get to out once or twice and you recover afterwards, you're still in with a fighting chance. But if you carry on letting it happen, when he goes back upstairs, put the old scores on the door, what's he going to be thinking?
Just don't teach me anything.
Well, so, you know, you didn't ask anything. And did you go into the what, why, how, or why you shouldn't speed up an approach with, to a crossing? No. Did you find out from him if you knew what the zigzags were apart from identifying a crossing? No. Was he aware of the danger about beckoning pedestrians across? Not really. Yeah?
Mm.
So, don't forget, we don't have to be on top of a crossing for you to ask me questions, yeah? That make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So, it's still the same two subjects, yeah?
Okay. So what do we have? What sign do we have?
Oh,
here,
school
Tony?
sign.
Okay, so what may we have in the new road then, Tony?
Well, it's Sunday, but I suppose it could be a Sunday school, couldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to look out for these.
What are you going to look out for?
So what are you going to look out
Stop,
for?
tell.
Sorry.
Ask.
So what are you going to look out for these
Oh,
signs or?
I saw the sign.
Yeah.
Now I need to look after the children, don't I?
Yeah. So what could possibly be in these roads ahead of us, where there's signs of school?
Oh, there could be kids coming out playing football on the Sunday or something, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
End left.
At the end of the road, please turn left.